Everyone, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene, and on today's episode, I'm bringing you a seafood delight. It's a Puerto Rican style clams for pasta. I can't wait for you to try it. So stick around as I walk you over to the ingredients so we can get started. I have 2 cups of homemade tomato sauce. I'm gonna leave you the link to this below. I have here 12 large clams and let me get the other one to show you. 12 small clams, so 24 in total, and I'll talk more about this in a minute. I have a half a cup of virgin olive oil. I have a little sazon. I have about a teaspoon of adobo. You want to be careful with the salt because the clams are salty. I have 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, fresh minced garlic, and 2 tablespoons of sofrito. Now, with this, my friends, you make sure that you scrub them with a Brillo pad, and you make sure when you buy them that it's totally sealed, that it's not cracked and it's not slightly open. And when you squeeze it, you can see it's not open, it's just tightly shut. This is healthy. This is the way it's supposed to be. If it's slightly opened, it's no good. If you cook it and it doesn't open, it's no good. Don't eat it. And if it smells like fish and like raw sewage, obviously don't buy it, because the clams are supposed to smell like the ocean. It's supposed to smell like seawater and nothing else. Alright, so I have them just soaking in cold water, and I have scrubbed every single one of them. So now let's begin with this. Super easy recipe, and it just takes very minimal ingredients. This is a Puerto Rican style meal. There's a tons of different ways to make this, and I want to bring to you every single way possible. There's an Italian version. There's, oh my god, there's so many different delicious ways I could dress this up for you. So I am planning to make on different recipes, and so that way you have different ways of doing things. So right now I'm just cooking up the sofrito, and I'm gonna cook this up first before I add the clams. There are additional ingredients that I will be bringing in, but I'll take them out later on. I'm putting my minced garlic. Delicious, my friends. If you're a seafood lover and you like clams, you need to get your hands on this. Better than bayleaves. My bayleaves are broken, so if you have 2 large pieces, put it, or about 2.5. But if not, then you can put like I did. Sometimes it breaks in the jar. So I'm gonna stir this up a little bit. Let everything getting infused. I'm gonna put in my adobo. Please be careful with the amount of salt you put, because the clams are salty. So just put a little bit, and then you can taste along and adjust it for seasoning. And now I'm going to put my tomato sauce, and we're almost done. If you have store-bought tomato sauce, basil, or just plain marinara, you can use that, of course. You don't have to make homemade, but I have a delicious recipe. You should try it. It's really easy and simple, and you will always have good quality tomato sauce on hand. I'm gonna let that cook together, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit of sazon, give it some color and a little flavor. And then I'm going to let this marinade and heat up before I put the clams in. We're almost done, folks. Look how easy peasy this is. See you soon. it's time to put our clams in. We're just gonna put them right down here. Now what happens is they're gonna open up and they're gonna release their juices, the clams, you know, clam juices. And when that happens, we will have to thicken up the sauce a little bit more, perhaps. The next step will be to put a little tomato paste, if that so happens. And you know, it really all depends on you if you want you know, thicker clam or clam juice. I mean, I'm sorry, thicker sauce, or you're just fine with this. So, oops. So I'm gonna place all these in here. I'm gonna put a lid on, and these cook real quick. I'll give it 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 8 tops. So don't walk away too far. Dinner is almost done. I can't wait to try this and eat it. It's my favorite. And my friends, we'll be back in 8 minutes. I'm going to put the lid on, like I told you, and let them steam up. The steam will allow this to open up. So, what I'm doing now is removing the ones that are fully wide open. Only because when you leave clams to cook too long, the meat turns out tough. So once everyone is open, like this little one right here, the little ones, I'm taking them out too. So there's the big ones once they're all open. When they're all completely open and everything is removed, I'm going to thicken up my sauce with some tomato paste. And then we're going to put everything all together. But what I am going to choose to do is this. I'm going to remove. I removed from the big clams the meat, which is right here. I'm just going to cut them in half, maybe, or leave them like that. But the little ones, I'm going to leave them intact because they look pretty and they're not taking that much space. Then I'm going to put everything together with the sauce. So I'm just waiting for these guys to be done. It took so far around 12 minutes. So you give or take 12-15 minutes until everybody is done. Sometimes they're done sooner. That's why I mentioned 8 minutes, 5 or 8 minutes. But then you got these guys that are not open yet, so they soon will to be open. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back when these are done. I'm gonna put the lid back and wait for them to be done. Okay, so I'll be right back. All my clams are done, and the sauce needs just a little bit more thickening. So I added 2 heaping tablespoons of tomato paste. And I'm gonna wait until this gets thickened up some, because to me it's too watery. I'm gonna let it reduce. Then I'm gonna put the pasta in and put everything all together. So stick around and show you what the end results are gonna look like. So our sauce has thickened up, and I'm going to put in my pasta. I had already cooked this and it had cooled off. I had used fettuccine. You can use whatever pasta you like. You see it's cooled off, so stick to the colander. I'm cleaning it out. I want it to get nice and tasty with the sauce. That's so good. Seasoned to perfection. I'm just taking this out as much as possible. Okay. I'm just mixing this up. And get something else. Okay. And just mix the sauce, combine it with the noodles. I'm burning myself. Delicious, guys, delicious. All right, now you can basically turn off the stove because it is done, baby. And then I'm gonna put back the clams that I have put to the side because I didn't want them to overcook. You don't want rubbery clams in your final product. I'm just taking out the little guys. So I'm going to dress it in my plate. Here. Take the babies out. It's all done. Beautiful. Smells terrific, man. Incredible, incredible. Look at that sauce, nice and thick, and oh my God, it's just out of this world. Let's put everything all together in my big, pretty, oh, this is heavy. Alright, let me see something here. Alright. Let's put in this nice, pretty platter. It's kind of heavy, so you know. I'm going to do it this way. Now, let me tell you something, guys. Right here is like a $50 plate if you were to pay for it in a restaurant. And to put this all together, man, it's way less than 50, I can tell you that much. I spend way less than 50. And sometimes you got to think about it. Is it really worth paying all that money for one little measly plate when you can have all this? I won't put too much on it. That's fine. You can have all this for less than that amount. Look at it. Look how delicious that looks. It's not fully done yet. I'm gonna snuggle these guys in there because after all, it is a clam dish. See, this guy didn't open up. I'm gonna leave him behind. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there you have it. Then you can decorate it with some wedges. Absolutely gorgeous, people. And a little bit of cilantro to give it some brightness. Cut it up as small, as big as you want. Got some long pieces, but it's okay. It is gorgeous, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now let's take a taste test, shall we? Okay. Where am I going to grab? I'm going to grab this over here. Let's take a taste test. Let me get more spaghetti in there before I grab a clam. Okay. Then I want to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it. Ugh. Yummers. Okay. Now for the taste. This, my friends, this was absolutely divine. You must make this at home. And don't forget to tag me in social media. And if you have any other suggested recipes, foods that you want me to make, please leave a comment below. I'm planning to bring on a lot, and I'll see you next time. So stick around. Bye bye.